All right, good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. It is Sunday afternoon, the 15th of January. 15th of January. Back out here on the bay, in the East Bay. And we're just going to go fishing today. It's a beautiful day. Air temperature is probably mid-50s. Very little breeze today. Unlike yesterday when the wind was blowing 10 to 20, we've got a maybe 3 to 5 mile an hour breeze today. We do have an incoming tide right now, and we were headed back to the pipeline, and I thought, I haven't fished over here on some of these spots in a while, so I thought I'd stop and check. So we're just going to go fishing, see what we can catch. I'm still looking for red grouper keepers. We caught one yesterday that was 18 and a half, so not quite a keeper, but we're still hoping. And I literally just pulled up, hadn't even got any bait cut or anything else, but so we're going to get started and see what we can catch. Now what I did was I put a whole menhaden on that big rod with a Carolina rig on it, and just dropped it down to the bottom. I'm gonna get one of these smaller rods and drop it down, see if anything will bite. There's a big old catfish. Glad he came loose. What I'm fishing here is a long sand point, and I'm on the east side of it, and it's a fairly steep drop. On the west side of it, it's a fairly flat. It still slopes off, but it's fairly flat. On this side, it's fairly steep, and I like those steep drop-offs. It's almost like a ledge, but it's all sand or mostly sand, and so we don't have the rock and stuff like that on it that I've found. There may be rock on it. I know there's some structure here, and I know there's some live bottom, but it's not rocky like like what we traditionally think of with ledges. When you go to Tampa Bay, and their ledges are because they dredge the shipping channel, and they just pile the rock up. We don't have that here. A little red snapper. Little black sea bass. Now that's a really nice black sea bass. They're in the same family as grouper. They only have to be 10 inches to keep them. Another red snapper. Red snapper. Seems to be quite a few red snapper here. Most of them are smaller. Another little red snapper. What I've done here is I've got a hook with no weight on it on a Cadence 4000 with 20-pound braid and 30-pound leader. Just letting it drift. And they're not real big snapper, but they're snapper. And it looks like they're just piled up in here, but they're mostly small fish. So I'll show you what I'm looking at here. And this is all structure down here on the bottom, and all these lines are fish. And that's what I'm trying to catch. And it seems like they're mostly little red snapper. I did catch that one decent black sea bass. I'm going to try a live pinfish. I trimmed his tail off a little bit so he can't swim as hard. Another red snapper. So the hardest part about catching red snapper or any other kind of bottom fish in the bays is finding the structure. Once you find the structure, you can catch the fish. And I'm just using pinfish and cutting the tails off and dropping them down, and I'm catching fish. Yesterday I cut the pinfish in half and used half of a pinfish to catch the snapper. I wasn't really trying to catch snapper. I'd rather catch something else, but if the snapper's going to bite, I'll catch him. Feels a little better. Nice red snapper. Yeah. All right, well, there's a good keeper right there. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I don't mind catching red snapper, but it's not really what I'm wanting to catch today. But they're still fun. They're just a blast to catch. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something when you watch these videos. I've showed you how I find the structure. It takes time, and you got to know how to read that bottom machine. Now I've adjusted my Garmin so that because I'm colorblind, I've adjusted the colors on it so that the bottom structure sticks out. You can do that on yours. There's all kind of tutorials on YouTube on how to adjust any depth finder, but since I run Garmin's, then that's the one that I worry about. I don't have a high dollar machine. It's a baseline Garmin. I think it's a 7 DV. I don't know the numbers on it. It was $300 or $400. It's the cheapest one I could find. But I like it, and it does what I want it to do. All of my equipment is not top of the line equipment. I don't use expensive equipment. I don't think it's necessary. I have a lot of pins. Most of my pins in spinning reels are Fierce 3s or Fierce 4s. For $150 you can get the reel and a rod on it. Whether it's a 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I use all of them. All of my other spinning reels are Cadence, which come from Amazon. I haven't found them as a combo. I just get the reels by themselves and then buy a rod. I really like the Cadence reels. They're good reels. To me, they're as good or better than the pin. Again, I don't use high dollar stuff. Those Cadence reels are, I don't know, $50 or so. My conventionals and my level winds are all pins. I like them for the value. I'm just not I don't use high dollar expensive equipment. I just don't think it's necessary. Of course, I've never used it, so if you've used it and you like it better than than a pin, this is a 309 level wind. If you've got something that you like better than that, be glad to hear about it. I'm not spending $500 on a rod and reel. Just doesn't suit the way I fish. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to get notified when I release new videos. I release videos about every 3 or 4 days. But we'll see you next weekend.